And we welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez. I will be your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. This game will feature the 316 Sluggers versus your Newton Rebels as we start a 5-game series against the 316 Sluggers. This is a very important series as we only have 15 games left. We'll have the games against the Sluggers, against the Sunflower Seeds, and then also against the league-leading Hutch. We'll finish up our season against the Monarchs. So this game here is very important. I'll go through the standings here in just a second, but this is going to be game number 1 of the series, of the 5-game series against the 316 Sluggers. We'll go ahead and go through the standings at this time. So far for the in first place is the Hutchinson Monarchs, who are 17-8, and they are 7-3 the last 10 games. The 316 Sluggers are in second place as they are 19-10, and they are also 7-3 in their last 10 games. They are followed by the Cheney Diamond Dogs, who are 15-9. And they are 4-6 in the last 10 games, and they are 1.5 games back of Hutchinson and the Sluggers. The Sluggers and Hutchinson are in first place. Followed by the Great Bend Batcats, who are 15-10, who are 2 games back, and they are 4-6 the last 10 games. They are followed by the Derby Twins. The Derby Twins come in with a 11-11 record. They are 4.5 games back of Hutchinson and the 316 Sluggers, and they are 5-5 their last 10 games. They are followed by the Hayesville Aviators, who are 11-14, and they are 6 games out of first place, and they are 4-6 in the last 10 games. They are followed by the Sunflower Seeds, who are 4-15, and they are 3-7 by the Newton Rebels, who are 11 games out, and they are 2-8 in the last 10 games. So as you can see, we will be facing the number 1 team in this series, and then also in the last series that we'll be playing for the season. But we do play the Sunflower Seeds, who are tied basically on wins with the Newton Rebels in the next series following the 316 Sluggers. So some very important games, and we do have a new pitcher that's going to be starting for us this evening, and that will be number 17, Brady Kreitzer. Kreitzer will be starting for the Newton Rebels. So this game is very important. We're going to have a pregame first pitch, and we'll send you out to the field here pretty soon to let you know who that first pitch is going to be by. We do have some other people that are in town, that the Hickmans are in town, and also, let's see, who was that was supposed to be? Somebody else was supposed to be coming in town. Let me take a quick, that was the pitcher, I believe. Let me check to see who that is. Jack Rector's family was supposed to be coming in town, and they will be here in Newton for the very first time. So we do want to welcome them. Live chat. We welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball. We do hope you enjoy the night's action. We already have John Hanna, who has said, "Go Rebels and rock on." We're going to go ahead and go through the starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting team, the 316. We'll take you out to the field here first and show you the starting lineups. So for the 3-1-6 Sluggers, leading off and catching will be number 2, Connor Flagg. Batting second and playing center field will be number 23, Drew Sturgeon. Batting third and DHing will be number 13, A.J. Madolia. Madolia will be DHing in the third spot. Batting fourth and playing first base will be number 31, Peyton Tolley. Tolley in the fourth spot, cleanup hitter here tonight for the Sluggers. In the fifth spot and playing third base will be number 6, Trey DeGarmo. DeGarmo will be in the fifth, will be batting in the sixth spot. Batting seventh, playing right field will be number 7, Caesar. Caesar will be batting in the seventh spot. Batting in the eighth spot will be the left fielder, number 26, Seeger Holman. And batting ninth will be the second baseman, number 1, Tanner Leonard. And once again, pitching for the 3-1-6 Sluggers will be number 11, Ethan Peterson. Peterson on the mound for the Sluggers. The head coach for the Sluggers is Jake Jones. And now, here's the starting lineup for the home team, your Newton Rebels. Leading off and playing shortstop will be number 11, Jaden Hanna. Batting second, the left fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan. Batting third and playing third base will be number 1, Andrew Brotman. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 23, Nolan Riley. Batting fifth and playing center field will be number 14, Trey DeGarmo. Batting sixth and playing right field will be number 8, Thomas Capion. Batting seventh and DHing will be number 51, Bryce Nittler. Batting eighth and catching will be number 22, Connor Allen. Batting ninth and playing second base will be number 7, Justin Barnes. And pitching for the Newton Rebels will be number 17, Brady Kreitzer. Kreitzer on the mound for the Newton. Welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball. If this is the first time that you've watched, don't forget to tell your family and friends that the Newton Rebels are on YouTube. All you have to do is go to Newton Rebels Baseball, and we welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball. I understand that we are going to have some 3-1-6 Slugger fans. We want to make sure that we welcome you also to Newton Rebels Baseball. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. It's a beautiful evening here in Newton, Kansas, as the temperatures are showing 88 degrees. And we only have about 10% chance of rain with 42% humidity. And the winds are at about 14 miles an hour out of the north-northwest. We'll cut you back out to the field as we are going to be having. We want to show him how much we appreciate all his work. So once again, Jim Williams will be throwing out tonight's first pitch. How about putting your hands together there? They're saying here Heidi is on the PA tonight, and she's Mr. Williams is going out there. He told me he was going to throw it underhanded, but then he said, no, I think I'll just lob it in there. So Jim Williams now will be throwing out the first pitch, and here's that first pitch. And he hung on to it just a little bit quick, but that's okay. A good effort there by Jim Williams. Once again, a 12-year volunteer here for the Newton Rebels, and he is the Director of Hospitalities. Jim Williams is the first person that you will see as you go to the ballpark, because he's the one that collects your. And we are going to have the national anthem here this evening, so we're going to take you back out to the field, and we will pause for the national anthem. We'll be right back. And that is the national anthem. That is the national anthem once again.
6 foot, 185, lefty hitter. Again, we don't have the colleges.
First pitch is in there for call strike one, so the count will now go to no balls and one strike. And yeah, we hope you enjoy. That second pitch misses outside as the count will now go to 1 ball and 1 strike. That one misses low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Connor Flagg. Leadoff hitter now for the 3-1-6 Sluggers. That one hit to the second baseman. Second baseman, Justin Barnes, takes a leap and makes the catch for out number 1. A great play there by Justin Barnes. Wow, I was pretty impressed by it. That was a good start there for the Sluggers and a good start for Justin Barnes. That will lead off the center fielder, number 23, Drew Sturgeon.
Anything on there besides stats?
That's it. Okay, stats is all I got. That one hits on the right-hand side. First baseman Nolan Riley moves to his left, but it is in foul territory as the count now goes to no balls, 1 strike. Sturgeon comes in batting .272 as he's appeared in 28 ball games, has been up to bat 92 times, has 25 hits, and has scored 28 runs. That's swing and a miss there by Sturgeon, and the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Now up. Sturgeon also has a total of 9 RBIs. Was that a swing and a miss? Swing and a miss there by Sturgeon, and he goes down for out number 2. That is the first strikeout recorded by Brady Crenshaw. So we have 2 down now here in the top half of the first inning, and that will bring up the designated hitter, number 13, A.J. Mendolia. You got anything on Mendolia there, sir? Mendolia comes in batting .330 for the 3-1-6 Sluggers. He has appeared in 30 ball games, has been up to bat 106 times, has 35 hits, has scored 18 runs, and has a total of 19 RBIs. That first pitch, second pitch that is the count is 2 balls and no strikes. 2 pitches went by there. That one misses inside, and the count will now go to 3 balls and no strikes. To A.J. Mendolia, third batter here in the top half of the first inning. Once again, don't forget to tell your fans, family and friends about Newton Rebels Baseball. You can catch them on YouTube on Newton Rebels Baseball channel. That one was in there for a strike, and there's a pitch. That one also in there for a strike. And as the count goes full now, his leg guard. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball, that one misses outside. So now at first base will be A.J. Mendolia. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 31, Peyton Tolley. Yep. He comes in batting .358. Here's the pitch. That one is hit foul. It's going to be out of play as the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. Tolley is coming in with a .358 average, has appeared in 28 ball games, has been up to bat 106 times, has 38 hits, and has scored 19 runs. He has a total of 27 RBIs. That one is lifted to the left-hand side, and the catcher, Connor Allen, gets under it and makes the catch for out number 3. So a fly out to the catcher for the third out. The top half of the first inning for the 3-1-6 Sluggers. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. As we go to the bottom half of the first inning, and Mr. Carvalho, come on in here so everybody can see you. Once again, we welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Mark Cavala, our general manager here for the Newton Rebels, and I am Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. I was talking before you got on the air here about how important this series is. With only 3 series left, we're talking about 15 games.
Yeah, anything can happen, and who knows how we finish. I mean, right now we're playing a lot better ball. I was looking at it, I think we've had really one bad game in the last 5 live contests. So, I mean, we'll go out there and finish strong, especially against a team that's right now right up there in second place.
Well, they're actually tied for first with the Hutchinson Monarchs,
Right there. So, we can make an impact here, and I pretty think we got a chance.
The bats have really come around. We were down 6-1 against the Kansas Cannons the other night, and then the 6th inning, not only did the scoreboard blow up, but our internet blew up, and we were not able to cover the 6th and the 7th inning. But the Newton Rebels scored 12 runs in the 5 in the 6th and 7 in the 7th.
It's funny in a way, Frank, because you and I, we were watching, and nothing was going on much in the game. It's down 6-1, like you said. And all of a sudden, when everything went down, they came alive.
They came alive.
Do we need to shut down or something? We have to get a rally or something?
I have no idea, but boy, I tell you what, it was frustrating to get back on the air, but we were able to get back on, and we do appreciate everybody rejoining us. We're going to go back out to the field as we're ready for the bottom half of the first inning. Due up for the Newton Rebels, and looks like Coach Clark has kind of changed up the lineup just a little bit here tonight, Carv. Yeah. Leading off for the Newton Rebels will be the shortstop, number 11, Jaden Hanna. So Hanna will be up here now for the Rebels. In 8 ball games, let me refresh that just to make sure that is correct. He has appeared in 8 ball games, has been up to about 25 times, has 9 hits, has scored 5 runs, and has a total of 4 RBIs. That first pitch was in there for a strike. And Ethan Peterson now pitching. That ball lifted into left field. Left fielder coming on. Boy, thought that was going to drop in there, but the left fielder just kind of hung up there for Seeger Homan. So he moves, as he moved to his left, he gets under it and makes the catch for out number 1. And that will bring up the left fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan. He's been hitting in the number 2 spot now for the last 2 games. That first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Corrigan comes in batting .207 as he's appeared in 16 ball games, has been up to bat 58 times, has 12 hits, and has scored 12 runs. That one in there right across the knees for call strike 1. So that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. They say they don't think your microphone is on, Carv. That one is 3-1 for out number 2.
Is it any better?
Let me see here.
Is that any better right there, folks? Let me know.
There we go.
I think Frank shuts it off sometimes.
Yeah, I don't want you to be the star.
That's right.
That was a 3-1 put out there for out number 2. That will bring up the third baseman, number 1, Andrew Brotman. Brotman playing third base here this evening. Check swing there, but that was in there for call strike as the count now goes to no balls, 1 strike. Let's say something once again here, Mark.
Yeah, how's it going out there? Bob Brotman, let me know if I'm on here. I know you'll let me know. You let me know that I wasn't, so.
There, I'm moving you up some more.
Make sure you can hear me.
There we go. That should be enough because I moved you up 2 different places there. Count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Brotman comes in batting. 358 as he's appeared in 21 ball games, has been up to bat 81 times. He has a total of 29 hits, has scored 21 runs, and has a total of 9 RBIs. As count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Brotman going to Eastern Illinois.
And here's the pitch. That one right across the knees. And the umpire calls strike, so the count will now even up at 2-2.
I was going to say his confidence level's got to be great this summer. He's been very consistent. And like you said, he's one of the guys up for that Carl Hodges MVP award, in my opinion.
They say there's a lot of buffing going on and that your mic is not on. I don't understand it. What was that one? Is that strike three?
Yep.
Okay, strike three. So we have third out. Bottom half, the first inning for the Newton Rebels. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of one inning play, we have no score. Let me see if I can do something here. I'm going to go ahead and put you on pause, or we'll put you on mute, and we'll be right back. All right, we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. We need to let us know whether you can hear us or not. We'd like to thank all our sponsors. Any double plays tonight will be sponsored by the team and Peyton Paul, attorneys at law. Any doubles by the Newton Rebels will be sponsored by Cobra Enterprise, Store and Stuff, and Realty Connections. Any play at the plates or scores will be sponsored by National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. Also, any pitching changes this evening will be sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. Home runs will be sponsored by the John Odeman family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. Any great plays or player of the game will be sponsored by the Carl Hodges and family. The Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. Also, we'd like to thank Back Alley Pizzas and Courtesies. And we can't forget about the host families.
No, yeah, that host family situation. And again, if you want to be a host family, let us know. It's a great time. I mean, it's a long lifetime relationship, and especially if you have young children that play ball, or if you have an empty house, it's a great place for to get a couple kids in there, and I'll tell you, great relationships and evolve.
Leading off top half the second inning for the 3-1-6 Sluggers is third baseman number 6, Trey DeGarmo. The count is 2 balls, 1 strike. That one misses high as the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. We apologize, but we had to get those sponsors in. And here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike as that count now goes full at 3-2.
Yeah, Brady he works fast.
And that one misses, and so DeGarmo will be on at first base with a walk. That would bring up the shortstop number 18, Jordan Rogers. So we have a runner on at first base here in the top half of the second inning. No score so far if you're just now joining us.
Yeah, Jordan Rogers from Robinson, Texas, 5'11", 185.
That pitch misses high for ball 1. Brady Kreitzer on the mound for the Newton Rebels. And here's the pitch. That one also misses high, and the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
It's like we talked about. Definitely want to start working ahead. Keep working ahead and keep your defense involved.
Rogers comes in batting .250. That one misses just high, and the count goes 3 balls and no strikes. So Brady Kreitzer having a little bit of problem finding the strike zone here in this second inning.
Yeah, it's the kind of team you don't want to give any free passes.
That one in there across the knees for call strike 1.
There's some teams you can get away with it, walks, but this is one team you cannot. Just like Cheney, you can't put walks and hit guys and expect to win a game.
There goes the runner to the second base. And the throw down to second base not going to be in time, but that doesn't matter because Rogers will be on a walk. and that is the second walk given up by, that is the third walk given up in the ball game by Kreitzer, as there will be runners on at first and second. That will bring up the right fielder, number 4, Jeremiah Caesar.
Jeremiah Caesar from Lake Charles, Louisiana. 5'8", 180, bats left-handed, and he throws right.
So DeGarmo moves to second base. Rogers goes to first. Both runners reached on walks. And here's the pitch by Kreitzer. Caesar squares around the bunt but pulls back as the count now goes to no balls, 1 strike.
That was a good job right there. He pulled the bat back.
That is 6 straight. No, not. I take it back. There was a strike there.
Yeah, there's one in there.
I was going to say that one is bunted right down the third base line. And that's going to be in for a base hit as Kreitzer was able to get to it, but not able to make a play. So DeGarmo will be on at third base. Rogers on at second. Caesar will be on with a base hit, and that is the first hit of the ball game for the 3-1-6 Sluggers.
See, and that was just perfectly executed. And, you can look at it, Frank. You can still get hits on bunts. And I know you and I talk about it. Like, kids don't do it much anymore, but, there's a perfect execute bunt.
And now batting for the Sluggers will be the left fielder, number 26, Seager Homan. The first pitch misses inside for ball 1.
Seager Holman, he's from Wichita, Kansas, 6'3", 180. Another lefty.
Holman comes in batting .346 for the Sluggers. He's appeared in 12 ball games. That pitch misses inside for ball 2. And Mr. Kreitzer better throw a strike here because there's no place to place Mr. Holman as the bases are loaded with no outs. That one also inside for ball 3.
Yeah, he needs to pause just a little more too, or that's going to be a balk. He just kind of went through that one. There he's
across the letters for a strike. So the count will now move to 3 balls and 1 strike. That one is fouled off there by Holman. As I was saying, Holman has appeared in 12 ball games, has been up to about 26 times, has 9 hits and scored 3 runs, and has a total of 2 RBIs. Well, he's got a chance to add to that RBI total with runners on at first, second, and third, and no outs. The infield is playing double play depth here, except for the corners.
Right, yeah, trying to get some, like I said, minimize. If you can get 1 run out of this.
That one misses high for ball 4. That is the 3rd walk of this inning, and a run will score for the 3-1-6 Sluggers as DeGarmo comes in to score from third base. Rogers moves to third. Caesar moves to second, and Holman will now be on at first base.
Yeah, a little visit from pitching coach Mike Mandarino. Just trying to settle him down. Now let's get out of this. Let's, like I said, minimize. Don't let this get to be a big an inning, too big of an inning, because it's only one run right now. You might have to allow maybe 1 more, and that's it. If somehow you could do that. But like you just said, Frank, you got to throw strikes.
All right, looks like says that we are on, so looks like your mic is working now.
All right. Now, I'm sure some of them probably wish it wasn't, Frank, but I mean, I'm glad it is, though.
That's going to bring up the second baseman, number 1, Tanner Leonard. Leonard now on for the 3-1-6 Sluggers.
Leonard's from Searcy, Arkansas.
Leonard comes in batting .307. There's a breaking ball. Just misses for ball 1. And Brady Kreitzer having a little bit of problem here in the second inning. He only faced 4 batters in the first. This is the 5th batter with no outs. That one misses outside for ball 2.
He tried to overthrow right there.
I was going to say like he was trying to just overthrow or trying to place that one instead of just getting up there and throwing the ball. Just let it go, young man. So the count is 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. There you go. That one lifted to the right-hand side. Thomas Capion moving to his right, but that's going to be out of play as the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike. We do have no outs here in the top half of the second inning. The score 1-0 in favor of the Sluggers as a run was walked in by Brady Kreitzer.
Yeah, it's definitely been a summer of some long innings. And, all they have to do is just try to come after your pitcher to come right after them.
That one breaking ball misses way high for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike now. And this is the same problem we've been having all year long, the first 2-3 weeks of the season.
Right, yeah.
Why we got so far behind is just can't throw strikes. We got to throw strikes. That one misses low for ball 4. That is the 4th walk this inning.
They do have somebody in the bullpen, I believe, but
another run scores.
Cannot see who it is. Like I said, if he doesn't have it right now, you got to get somebody in there. And this is the stuff that Coach Clark's had to deal with most of the summer. Is like who to get in there, who you don't plan. You want your starting pitchers to go 4, 5, 6 innings.
Well, that bring up the catcher number 2, Connor Flagg, and here's the pitch by Kreitzer. That one is fouled off. As the count now goes 0 balls, 1 strike. Bases are still loaded, no outs.
I don't know if they had somebody in there. It looks like I saw somebody running in there. So hopefully, they did have somebody in there warming up.
That one misses outside for ball 1. As the count now goes 1 ball, 1 strike. And I just saw something here. Got to take off. We are back. That one misses low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Connor Flagg here in the top half of the second inning. 2-0 is the score. And that one also misses high for ball 3.
Yeah, Frank, I was looking at second base there. You look at Toll out there, and look how big he is.
Totally?
Totally.
And that is ball 4. And that is the 5th walk. This up by Brady Kreitzer. That is the 3rd run walked in now. And we still have no outs here in the top half of the second inning. That will bring up the center fielder number 23, Drew Sturgeon.
Sturgeon from Farmington. I'm thinking it's Farmington, Arizona. It might be Arkansas, AR, but 6'1", 195.
So 3-0 is the score.
Yeah, he's not close.
Not even close.
And that's the thing. I know, Ricky Hockett got upset the other day in the first inning, and if you're not around close, you're not around.
And that is another walk given up by Kreitzer. So Sturgeon goes to first base. Flagg goes to second. Leonard goes to third, and that is the 4th run given up on walks by Brady Kreitzer. And that will bring up the designated hitter number 13, A.J. Mendolia.
Mendolia coming up again, the Fort Worth, Texas product.
That pitch misses outside for ball 1. 4-0 to score here in the top half of the second inning. Bases are loaded with no outs still. Outside for ball 2.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun. I know if you're an infielder, outfielder, whatever, a defender right now, you're getting on your heels.
And that went way inside for ball 3.
And it's definitely not fun, really, if you're a hitter. Just walk up.
Having putter problems on the golf course.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't make that 1-footer. And all of a sudden you start missing 2-footers and 3-footers. And before you know it, it just snowballs. And there is ball 4. So another run scores.
Well, it's one of those things. I know as a head coach, what I always did every game I probably coached. And it doesn't matter if it's the best pitcher in the league I had. I always had somebody just be ready, just in case something happens. It could be an injury. It could be anything. And just have somebody, just if you see it going, go play what we call rainbow catch. Just play a little light catch, and hopefully the guy gets out of it.
9th batter here this inning That first pitch misses high for ball one.
But the balls to strike ratio isn't good right now, and that's yeah.
Mendolia's on at first base. Sturgeon on at second. That one misses inside for ball two. And Flagg is on at third base. 5 runs have been scored here in the top half of the second inning.
That's without a hit.
And those are all walks. And there's the ball lifted to the second baseman. Justin Barnes getting under it. It is an infield fly rule, but Barnes does make the catch for out number one.
Yeah, and Tolley might have helped us out right there, swinging at a pitch that I don't know if that was even a strike, but anyway, that's one out.
So we do have one down. That will bring up the third baseman, number 6, Trey DeGarmo. First pitch misses.
Well, Frank, I want to have a shout out to Coach Colt Seltzer. He's been gone for the last few days.
My goodness. That one
out here, so get feeling better.
We hope he does get feeling better here shortly. That one misses low for ball 3. Count will now go to 3 balls, 1 strike. And there is ball 4. Another walk and another run scored. As Flagg comes in to score from third base, Sturgeon moves to third. Mendolia moves to second. And DeGarmo reaches on a base on balls the second time here this inning. And that looks like that is going to be it for Brady Kreitzer. As we do have one down.
Yeah, it's a tough situation right there because he started off pretty well. I mean, pretty good. Looks like he came right through there. I think he only had 1 walk that first inning and got out with a big goose egg, which means a 0 on the scoreboard. But I don't know. Sometimes you just lose it. But that's one thing where sometimes coaches have to figure it out and realize he doesn't have it. Because we've talked about this, Frank, all summer. You can lose a game in the first couple of innings. It's not always the last innings that you say, oh, yeah, the base is loaded. Let's say in the 9th inning or something like that, and the guy strikes out. Well, that's not when you lose it. Sometimes you lose it early in the game.
Well, it's not looking good here right now for the Newton Rebels as Brady Kreitzer gave up a total of 6 runs, and he does have 3 guys on base here that will be charged to him if they do score. He had a total of 9 walks.
Wow.
As he had faced 14 batters. Did have 1 strikeout. But now coming up to the mound is Spencer Mealy. And that pitching change is brought to you by Ray Roofing. They have you covered.
Yeah, and Spencer, I talked to him before the game, Frank. He's a lot of confidence going on. He's been one of the most improved pitchers. We're talking about pitchers that have improved over the summer from where he started. As we talked about, his ERA's been going down, and he's ready to pitch. He says his arm feels better. He's kind of excited about the fall when he goes back to Butler.
So Spencer Mealy now coming on to pitch for the Newton Rebels. Mealy comes in he has pitched 23 1/3 innings, has given up 29 hits, 21 runs, 16 earned runs, 11 base on balls, 20 strikeouts, and he is 1-0 for the season as he comes in with a 6.17 ERA. First batter he'll be facing will be the Sluggers, shortstop number 18, Jordan Rogers. So once again, bases are loaded still with Sturgeon on at third base, Mendolia at second, DeGarmo on at first with 1 down. And Rogers on for the second time here in this inning. And here is Spencer Mealy's first pitch. That one across the knees for called strike 1. 6-0 is the score as all 6 runs were walked in on 8 walks in this inning.
Yeah, I thought we kind of flipped the page. We've been doing better.
That one is fouled off there by Rogers, as the count will now go to no balls and 2 strikes.
Like I said, and I feel for the pitchers like that because sometimes it just happens where you just can't find the strike zone. But again, as a coach, you always got to prepare for that, and I had a kid who was all-league guy. He got thrown out of a game against Tabor years ago in the first inning.
Here's the pitch. That one lifted to the right-hand side. Thomas Capion backing up, and he's going to make the catch for out number 2. Tagging up from third base and scoring will be Sturgeon. Moving over to third base is Mandolia. So another run scores. 7-0 is the score in favor of the 3-1-6 Sluggers. But we do have 2 down now here in the second inning. That will bring up the right fielder, number 4.
Caesar again from Lake Charles, Louisiana. It's pretty strong. I was down there in the dugout, on the coach, Jones, and I saw Jeremiah, 5'8", 180, built pretty solid.
That one in the ground as the count now goes to one ball and no strikes to Caesar. A lot of family that are in town. I understand Rector's Jack Rector's family is supposed to be here in Newton tonight.
When I talked to Jack before, the newspaper at Newton, Kansas had a big old picture of him. I said, "Did you see it?" He goes, "No." I said, "Well, you better go buy some." Right afterwards.
That one lifted into shortstop Hanna, backing up, and looks like he's going to make the play for out number 3. So a fly out to the shortstop for the third out. But not before the 3-1-6 Sluggers. They score 7 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 1.5 innings of play, it is the Sluggers 7 and the Newton Rebels 0. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer. I'm joined along by Mark Cavala, our general manager, as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. 2 up for the Newton Rebels. First baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley. First pitch there to Riley is outside for ball 1. So the count goes 1 ball, no strikes now to Riley.
Yeah, a nice little article about Nolan Riley in the Sunflower website. One of the hottest hitter, I think, in the league right now.
Well, he is. He's got the highest batting average at 427.
Yeah.
As he leads the league at 427.
It doesn't surprise us, does it, Frank? I mean,
No, it doesn't. Not at all. He's appeared in 22 ball games. Has been up the bat 75 times. Has 32 hits. That one lifted to the right-hand side as second baseman. Now moving clear to his right. It's going to be in foul territory. Does he make the catch?
It looked like he made it.
Looks like he did make the catch. That second baseman is Tanner Leonard.
That's a good catch.
For out number 1. So we do have one down here now in the bottom half of the second inning. That'll bring up the center fielder, number 14, Trey Wingett.
We haven't seen a lot of Wingett probably, the last 2 or 3 weeks. I know he's, he had a family, some families, it was like a vacation type thing or whatever, but he also had a wedding back in Utah, So
Wingett comes in batting .237 as he's appeared in 19 ball games, has been up to bat 59 times, has 14 hits, and has scored 8 runs, and he has a total of 12 RBIs. And here is Peterson's pitch, that one down the third base line, but it's going to be foul as the count will now even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. We do have one out here in the bottom half of the second inning. 7-0 is the score in favor of the 3-1-6 Sluggers. Definitely not the start that the Rebels wanted.
The first inning looked fine. We have trouble with the first 2 innings, it seems.
A swing and a miss there by Wingett as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Wingett going to St. Mary's of California for his college this next fall. I think his timing would be a little off. He hasn't played much.
A swing and a miss there by Wingett as he goes down for out number 2. So now we have 2 down here in the bottom half of the second inning. Due up for the Newton Rebels will be the right fielder, number 8, Thomas Capion.
Had a good talk with Thomas before the game also, and he's figuring out some things, and again, still working on his approach also.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Mr. Jim throwing out the first pitch.
Jim Williams throwing out that first pitch. Jim, stay here for a second so everybody can see who you are. There's Jim Williams right behind me there. He threw out the first pitch. He's been a volunteer for 12 years, and he is the director of hospitalities. And we'll take you back out to the field as the count is 1 ball.
That's Jim. Hold on, Jim.
That one misses outside.
Did you enjoy doing that? I know you said I couldn't believe you went all the way out to the mound. I didn't think you were going to do that. I tip my hat to you. Yeah, I'd probably go halfway. I don't think I could make it.
Here's the pitch now by Peterson. That one fouled off as Capion takes the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike.
You think you could throw a strike, Frank, from the...
Sir, I was telling Jim Williams when he told me that he was going to be throwing out the first pitch, and I said, the other day, I said, I had a little kid that the ball got away from him, and he wasn't 10 feet away, and my arm was hurting for 2 days after I threw it to him. So I don't think I could. That one fouled off, and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Turn me up there just a little bit on my... There you go. I can't hear. There you go. That's better.
Okay. Yeah, no, like I said, of course I got a torn rotator, so I don't think I could throw. I could do underhand. I could do it underhand. I could do.
Well, Jim did tell me he was going to do it underhand. Then he goes, no, I think I'll just toss it up there. But he hung on to it just a little bit too much. So the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Capion here in the bottom half of the second inning. 7-0 to score. And there's the ball hit into center field. That should fall in front of the center fielder. That is Sturgeon. And the Newton Rebels record their first hit of the ball game. And that is the first base runner for the Newton Rebels.
Good 2-strike approach. He just kept it short. It was a little slider type action. It looked like a little break in it, but he just went with it right up the middle, which, you and I always talk about that. Don't try to do too much, especially with two strikes.
That's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 51, Bryce Nittler.
Bryce from Arkansas City.
Nittler comes in batting 167 as he's appeared in 10 ball games, has been up to bat 30 times, has 5 hits.
That was a big cut right there, just a little up.
As the count now goes to 0 balls, 2 strikes.
Those high fastballs, Frankie, you remember how those are. They're pretty tempting.
They sure are,
And he
because
went-
right around anything around the eyes just makes it look that much bigger and a lot more sweeter, and you think you can get it all, but was not able to get that one. Here's the pitch. A fastball swing and a miss there by Nittler as he goes down swinging for out number 3. And that is the third strikeout recorded by Ethan Peterson for the 3-1-6 Sluggers. So the bottom half of the second inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 2 innings of play, it is the 3-1-6 Sluggers 7 and the Newton Rebels 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez. Come on in here, Mark. This is Mark Carvala, our general manager for the Newton Rebels, as we go to the top half of the third inning. The score is 7-0 in favor of the 3-1-6 Sluggers.
You know what you missed, Frank?
What did I miss?
Pre-game hot dog. We have to get you one. It was good. It's from downstairs from Gillespie's Meats here in Newton.
Well,
and you have to try it. It's
you know
the
what
best hot dog you'll ever have.
You know what they say? The slackers always get the benefits, and the workers got their heads down
right.
and doing the work. We always miss out.
We're going to get you a hot dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
I promise.
famous last words.
Let's say all.
Go to the top half of the third inning. Due up for the 3-1-6 Sluggers will be the left fielder, number 26, Seeger Holman.
Seeger Holman from Wichita, Kansas, 6'3", 180.
And Holman, this is his second time up, as he walked the first time in that, I don't know what to call it, that second inning. I guess.
That's.
And Spencer Maley now getting ready to go to work, and he does step off. Music. There you go. But that's all right.
Yeah, Heidi's doing three jobs.
Heidi's doing 3
I
jobs
know.
over there for us, and I tell you what, I've had to do that before and forget the music at the NBC World Series, and when I've had to do a little bit of everything. So
Well, I think one of the players forgot to come up and do the scoreboard. So
first pitch there against Holman is called strike 1 right across the knees. So I can't blame Heidi because I've done that many a times.
I think Heidi deserves a first pitch. Throw the first pitch, Heidi. You know, she won't do it. I mean, we're trying to get her. I want to see that.
Here comes Maley's pitch. That one hits, just misses outside apparently, as the count will go now to 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know, if Heidi throws the first pitch, I'll bet you that'll be on the Newton, Kansas paper, and it'll also be on the Bethel front page of the website.
There comes Maley's pitch. That one in there for call strike right across the knees, as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. We should have quit buffing by now, I believe. I'm hoping. That one fouled off.
Yeah, Spence Malley, he's doing a great job. He's throwing strikes. I mean, you look at his strike and walk, ball ratio right now. It's probably 2-1 easily.
So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Holman here in the top half of the third inning. Here's the pitch by Maley. That one misses inside. Holman has to get it. We'll even up now at 2-2. We have a total of about 20 viewers. Don't forget to tell your family and friends about Newton Rebels baseball. Also, if you are a 3-1-6 Slugger fan, let us know. Put something on live chat, and we'll make sure that we announce your name.
Oh, good job of hitting, though, on outside pitch.
That one lifted into left field for a base hit. And that is the second hit of the ball game for the 3-1-6 Sluggers. So Holman is on with a base hit. That will bring up the second baseman, number 1, Tanner Leonard.
I was going to say Hannah was playing a little for him. The pool was kind of up the middle if you look there, and just a big hole between third base and shortstop. Just nice little base hit right through the. Nothing big, but a base hit.
So once again, Tanner Leonard now on at the plate. That one hits the outside corner for call strike 1. Leonard batting .307 for the Sluggers. And Spencer Maley here in relief. Working the third inning. That one also just misses outside.
Like same pitch.
Yeah, I thought it was the same pitch. I thought I was watching a replay, to be honest with you. Oops. I did that one. There you go. 1 ball, 1 strike now.
But the guy down there is the guy that counts. It matters.
He's the one closest to that home plate. That went breaking ball way outside. And as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
And speaking of umpires, the one out on the field, very special to me, Mike Lentz. He for me my first year at Fringe University as a head coach.
Yeah, I know Mike Lentz real well. And, plenty of NBC baseball games. That one in there for call strike as the count now evens up at 2 balls and 1 strike. That's what I like about the NBC World Series. Not only do I get to meet a lot of fans, because I do get to meet a lot of fans. In between games, when I'm not doing games, I'll go out there to the parking lot where the guys are. There's a group out there, and they have some beverages and invite me to come out.
Well, you're
come back in and do another game, but I get a chance to go out and meet the umpires, and I've met a lot of great guys that we worked last year.
Right.
We worked the championship game, and
that was fun.
We had quite a crew there at that time. So full count now, and that one lifted into right center field. The wing it looks like Thomas Capion makes the catch in right field. Throw down to first base.
Whoa.
Not going to be in time. What a great throw there by Thomas Capion. Was smart enough to throw it to first base, and on one hop, Nolan Riley got the ball, but
it's a good
the
stretch.
base runner,
that's
Holman, was back safely just in time. Almost doubled up there. Holman.
And you see the wind still taking effect. If you look at the coaches' shirts, the players' shirts and everything, just flapping in the wind, the flag. And that ball it looked like it was going to kind of right, a little center, but it ended up in right field to Thomas Capion.
That will bring up the catcher number 2, Connor Flagg. As we have one down here, there's a throw over to first base from Melee over to Riley. Riley playing first base this evening here, Carv.
Yeah,
He's normally our third baseman.
But he played it at Fort Smith, so he's played that second.
And then shake your head, yes. That one lifted into center field. Looks like the center fielder, Trey Wingett, will get under it. Makes the catch for out number 2.
It's one thing about Wingett. He might struggle a little in hitting, but his defense has always been there.
So we have 2 down now here in the top half of the third inning, and that will bring up the center fielder, number 23, Drew Sturgeon. And we got a pizza that's been delivered up here to the skybox. I call it the skybox, but we know it's the press box. And